Hello, welcome to today's The Word in a Flash. I'm Freddie Wilson. Today's subject is Go and Make a Difference. Each day, we should be willing to make a difference in the lives of others. God's grace and mercy will follow you as you go about each task during your day. I encourage you to look for the wisdom in the things that you experience. The story in the Bible about Esther showed us that Esther had enough wisdom to know that she should not abuse the favor she had with the king. But with that, Esther used her favor with the king to help more than herself, but she was willing to help others. As Esther realized, wisdom is waiting for you to reach out for wisdom, to know how wisdom can bring you favor in your life and the betterment of your life as well as the lives of others. You have to have enough wisdom to know that God is in control of your life and not you. No matter how much you achieve in your education, your business, or on your job, you can't outdo what God can do for you in the things that you have to deal with. God can take you much further than you can on your own. And you should give God the credit for all that you've been able to do and for all that you will do. Proverbs 8:1-5 reads, "Listen as wisdom calls out. Hear as understanding raises her voice. On a hilltop along the road, she takes her stand in the crossroads. By the gates at the entrance to the town, on the road leading in, she cries aloud. I call to you, to all of you. I raise my voice to all people. You simple people, use good judgment. You foolish people, show some understanding." True wisdom does not come easily. You have to be wise enough to withstand correction from others or directly from God, no matter how accomplished or successful you are in the things that you do. Some people consider themselves so accomplished in their specialties, careers, or positions that they don't have to listen to anyone but certain people. They're high above normal people and they can't accept instruction or even a blessing from those people because they just feel they're just too high up to even consider advice from someone who are statistically lower than they are. God would lead you to do things and to go places that you never thought possible. God wants you to do something today that will impact tomorrow. Oftentimes, the things that God will have you do has nothing to do with you at all. Some of the things you do will benefit others. God wants you to be impactful in the lives of others, whether you realize it or not. God will give you the power to make a difference in the lives of others. God is doing two things in the body of the church. These two things are very impactful on the lives of others. He has granted two kinds of power. Number one, God is increasing your power to cast out evil spirits and demons. With that, you get the power to live holy and to avoid sin. Number two, God is increasing your power to get wealth. Some people misunderstand what I mean by wealth because the first thing you think about is money. Sometimes wealth has more to do with ability to do things than just money. God will bless you to be able to do things that not even money can provide. Ask God for the wisdom you need to do His will. Ecclesiastes 9:16-17 reads, "So even though wisdom is better than strength, those who are wise will be despised if they are poor. What they say will not be appreciated for long. Better to hear the quiet words of a wise person than the shouts of a foolish king." You don't have to be loud and boisterous to get the message of God out to others. Actually, you'll be off the example of being Christ-centered if you are obnoxious in your approach to others. The other day, I was watching one of my favorite shows from the past called Touched by an Angel, starring Roma Downey and Della Reese. The episode I was watching the other day, one of the ladies in the show said that she read her horoscope daily, waiting for it to read, "Today is the day that you will make a difference." But the horoscope never said that to her. So eventually she realized that she needed to just simply pray that God show her how to make a difference. That's when she knew what was important for her to do, but the horoscope just couldn't do it for her. That's what you need to do. You need to let God know what you need to do to make a difference in your life as well as the lives of others. While you're doing that, don't compare your lives to the lives of anybody else. God has placed us all on separate paths. So you do your best at what you're supposed to do, and you let God guide you, and don't try to compete with someone else to do the things in life that God set you to do. In our time of change, we should try to change the world and not let the world change us. We should try to change our lives for the better and make a difference in the lives of others, as I mentioned before. Numbers 13:30-31 reads, "But Caleb tried to quiet the people as they stood before Moses. 'Let us go at once to take the land,' he said. 'We can certainly conquer it.' But the other men who had explored the land with him disagreed. 'We can't go up against them. They are stronger than we are.'" The people in that story were defeated before they ever got started. They had doubt before they ever stepped foot into battle. Don't let that happen to you. That's why you need the strength that you can only get from God to face the battles that you may have to fight. And if you do enter battle with something, don't worry about it, because the strength that God gives you will help you endure that battle, and where you will become victorious and don't have to worry about being defeated. When God wants you to go and make a difference, don't worry about the battle that you might have to fight. We need to change our words. How are you going to be able to go into battle when you're defeating yourselves and others just by what you're saying out of your mouth? Be courageous and encouraged than being defeated and self-doubting. Change is obvious when progress is made. Change is required of us to move forward in our lives. The devil wants to keep us quiet when we should be talking. When you speak, speak words of construction, not destruction. Genesis 1:26 reads, "Then God said, 'Let us make human beings in our image, to be like ourselves. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, all the wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground.'" Since God placed mankind in charge over the earth, we as believers need to say what life is going to be like. Take dominion over your words. Your words have power. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Your words are powerful." Proverbs 18:20-21 reads, "Wise words satisfy like a good meal. The right words bring satisfaction. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences." I talked about how powerful words are in one of the messages I gave some time ago called Speak Life. And the importance behind that is that it is important that we speak the positivity we need to see in our lives. But you can't go into it by being negative in the things that you say. You need to be positive in your future. You need to be positive in your interaction with others. You need to speak positive words to your children. You need to let them know they can do the things that they want to do in life. But they can't start out by being negative words to you. Your words have power. Even when your children become adults, the things that you say to them as children have a dramatic effect on them as they grow and become young men and women. So you need to watch what you say to your children. So be encouraging to the people around you. Be encouraging in your environments. Be encouraging in your approach to your own life. Have true faith and speak true faith that God will deliver you from anything that you may have to do in life. So I encourage you to go and make a difference in the lives of others. And with that, be blessed.